Ahoy there, Elder Scrolls Legends fans. I'm Dead Broke Nerd, and I have another stream highlights video for you today. This one using what I call the Diet Consume Archer. A couple weeks ago, we did a video on the Consume Archer list that I kind of came up with on stream, played around with. It seemed pretty solid. A lot of people reported having some success with it. It was just a different way to play aggro. More importantly, a way to utilize the strengths of Archer, which is one of my favorite classes, actually. The first deck I built was a mid-range Archer back in the old Burn and Pillage days, if anybody remembers that before the nerf, but rest in peace. Anyways, so that deck I built and I had some fun with, and one of the biggest fans of it was actually a community member named Haakl. Haakl is a big supporter of the stream, really awesome guy on Twitter as well, very invested in the community and the game, and he kept playing with it, kept refining it, and so he sent me a list after doing some more work with it and said, hey, I want you to try this out. So we tried it on the stream and absolutely crushed it, so big props to Haakl for putting this build together and really kind of streamlining it. The reason I call it Diet Consume Archer is because we went ahead and looking at this list, we can see the Haakl took out some of the top end just a little bit. More importantly, also took out a few of the consume effects. So this one is notably missing like the Crocodile Brute that we used for a little bit of resource extension, as well as streamlined the curve down to include a few more one drops, and this was with the intention of trying to be able to be very, very, very aggressive, even more aggressive than the original Archer list was trying to do. Win that game even earlier with incredibly aggressively static creatures. Okay, so we can see Slinking Jackal has made its way into the list, Awakened Dreamer, which will be featured pretty heavily in some of the games I've selected. So the point is, this is a very exciting list, and predominantly because of how strong Illicit Butcher is. Guys, I can't stress this enough. I really think Illicit Butcher is an amazing card for aggro Archer. Just the ability to be able to consume something, and if it's an imbued Minotaur, yeah, you get the buff, but even if it's not the imbued Minotaur, it's a very easy requirement to meet in order to shackle something, and it still has decent stats for 4. Right at 4 is the time where, like, I really want to make sure if I'm in a race scenario, I'm shackling their guys so that I can go face or take a favorable trade and not get punished on the next opponent's next turn to attack. So obviously between the Illicit Butcher and the Giant Snake, it really accomplishes that well. Of course, the Enraged Dragon Eyes, everybody's probably figured out by this point, is great to push some damage but also break your own runes. So between those consume effects, that's kind of what the deck is trying to do, but without going maybe so all in on it as to include the imbued Bosmer or the Crocodiles or the Scholar. So that's what this is trying to do. I thought it was really fun. Now, notably, Haakl's original list had 3 Morag Tong aspirants. I only have 2. Didn't feel like crafting another. I went ahead and slipped in a Covenant Plate. I really love Covenant Plate. In fact, I would probably leave the Covenant Plate in if I was going to make some changes to the deck. The only change I would make from Haakl's original list is to go to 3 Morag Tong aspirants, but probably only run 2 Relentless Raiders. I think having 3 is maybe just a little too much in my personal opinion, because you don't really want to lead with them on turn 1. You more want to play them when you're snowballing a lead and get that extra damage in. They're very, very powerful cards, but in this list, I would probably just go to 2. Morag Tong aspirant, on the other hand, is a great leading one, especially when you've got to follow up from like Scimitars and things like that, and Orc Clan Captain. So anyways, guys, I do hope you enjoy the games I've selected for you guys to check out. Of course, once again, big props to Haakl for refining this list. And if you enjoyed the video, feel free to like it. Please comment if you have any ideas for the list or questions about it. I'm happy to answer. And then, of course, if you like the content here on Dead Broke Nerd, think about subscribing. Get those notifications whenever a new video goes up, and it does help my channel out a lot. Anyways, guys, enjoy the games. Rigorous Bumblebee. Look at that. That's a fun name. So I've got Mournhold Trader, Steel Scimitar, Orc Clan Captain. That's not bad. Potentially I cut the Orc Clan Captain, but it's not bad. Going good, trying to figure out the meta. Mud Crabs and Conjuring Cats. Cats and Crabs. That's what's the meta. Let's see. I do want to keep this. I also want to keep this. Oh, man, this is just like... I'm typically not a huge fan of that on turn 1. Like in the opening hand. That's a little bit better. I mean, I definitely still play the Mournhold Trader. Yeah, so we go trader, pass. You can trust me. God, is this guy not the best? Ahoy there, Telene. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Dead Broke Nerd. I think we're going to go Scimitar Pawnbroker here.
Have business with House.
Oh, we picked up a Forked Bolt. That's amazing. Yeah, we just do that. Bop. What a pawnbroker. What a pawnbroker.
Speak, citizen.
Yeah, dude, that is insanely big. Oh man, it's awfully tempting to just ignore this. You know? But I think if I trade here, I think my opponent bolts it. This comes down here no matter what we do. And then it's kind of deciding how we want to play these. But if my opponent bolts it, that's all he does, at which point I can Morag Tong, finish off the thing, go face again. So, yeah, we're going to trade here. We're going to go here. We're going to play the Morag Tong. My opponent can't do much at all. We're going to play that. We're going to pass. There we go. Boom.
Khajiit is thunder.
Ha! Oh, man. All right, here we go. Okay, so we do have the... Oh, my God, we've got the dream. We've got the plays. The sick plays, bruh. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, Haakl talked about this. This is the sick plays for sure. Playing against another Guildsworn. Guildsworn is very popular.
We see you.
I have put like next to no time into Guildsworn. Like I have barely touched Guildsworn.
Join us.
Illicit Butcher is one of my favorite cards from the new set. Like what this does, I talked about this in the video when I first built Consume Archer, but what this does for green aggro is like amazing. Like this does so much for green aggro. We're gonna go Gatekeeper. Well, okay. What do I want to protect here? This technically grows out of range of death, so I guess it's Morkel Gatekeeper. We'll buff this and trade. No, I can't trade, obviously. If he has got another one, does it get punished playing the Gatekeeper? Not terribly. Like mildly punished. If it does die, though, that does give me a great target for the Illicit Butcher. This bounces out of range. I mean, I think we do Gatekeeper. But I'm going to put the buff over here.
Join us.
Because I think that protects our investments the best. Keeper the Dreamer. Oh, did you want me to protect the Dreamer? Is that what you were saying?
Face me, dog.
Oh, Gatekeeper the Dreamer. Okay, yeah. So this is interesting, right? Like, if he has another spinner, he has to pick which lane he wants to use it in. Obviously, I mean, I think you go the Dreamer lane. But, yeah. But then now you don't get the other lane. There's a Covenant plate. Okay, so... I think we go face for 5 and then we butcher. And I know that like we're missing out on the consume here, but that's fine. Go face for 5. We're gonna play the butcher.
I have your scent, and soon I'll have your
We'll consume, shackle, and pass. And next turn we have Orc Clan Captain Covenant Plate for a good amount of burst. Yeah, looking good. Looking good. Phalanx Exemplar looking less good. Okay, so actually, you know, the Orc Clan Captain the Orc Clan Captain enables the Minotaur to trade with it, which is solid. I think then we probably go face for 4 and then play Garnag, or face for 5 and then play Garnag. So it's, although we do want to play around Ice Storm a bit, which actually Garnag plays around Ice Storm. So here we go.
Even the gods won't hear your screams.
We must protect the
Night Mother. Thanks, Garnag. Oh, Garnag. Crusaders Assault. I don't think that wins the game here for him. I really don't. Like a harpy slows me down. Like a harpy, like he needs a harpy. Or
Careful there, friend.
yeah. So GG. Technically I'm not winning. Like he's gonna make this play because technically I'm not winning. But there's 8 and good game. Man, we've been on a roll, guys. The last 3 streams, we've been on a roll. I mean, not that I usually get wrecked. I like to think I'm a pretty decent player. But you know how it is. Sometimes you just run into a million tribunals in a row and just you get controlled to all hell. I guess we ditch all this. Maybe I keep the Raider just to make sure I have something to play early. I don't really like keeping Raider in the opening hand. I feel like the density of 1s and 2s would mean I'd have something to play. Ditch the Raider.
Walk on warm sands.
Hi.
Welcome, friend.
Oh, now that's just insulting. Look at this lane. Or look at this hand. Oh, this is insulting. Oh no. We're gonna lose to the bricked hand, guys. It's a classic play, classic DBN move. Brick your hand. Full mulligan and still not find a 2-drop. Hey, there's a 2-drop. Well, okay. I lied. We found a 2-drop. We found a 2-drop. Probably the worst 2-drop to drop on 2, but, you know, it's better than nothing. So we didn't listen to jazz today, which is partly because I was trying to pull some stuff for YouTube, and I kept like having like unlike normal, a lot of the songs were getting copyright blocked, and I'm like, what the heck? What happened to being public domain free music? Like that's the entire point of you know, of why I was playing that old jazz. It's literally called public domain jazz or jazz radio or something like that. So we're gonna do. So that means he's gonna shift into this lane. I guess that's okay. So let me know how it goes. All right. Well, oh, enjoy your food. Enjoy your food. Have a good dinner. I'm just gonna guess that you're in Europe. I don't actually remember where you're from, Haakl. Is that bad? I think we talked about it once or twice. Enchanted plate. Interesting.
We see you
Awakened Dreamer. Okay. All right, all right, all right. I have nothing to consume. Da-da-dum, 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 dum-dum-dum. So we're going to Relentless Raider. We're going to shift to the Raider. Pick up a Withered Hand. Ah, God, this is so clunky. Oh, well. Yeah, this hand has been garbage, man. This hand has been
rough. This is gonna get traded. At least we get the Dragon Knight afterwards. We do have a Giant Snake. We've got good top end stuff. We've got good top end stuff. Dude, this I like this premium for the Minotaur with like the leaves gone by. Like I know it's simple, but I like it a lot.
It's nothing personal.
Okay. Debilitate. All right. So Withered Hand and Jackal it is.
Tawaka watches over.
I lurk in the shadows. Wait.
I wonder what this is supposed to be. Is this like Slay Assassin or Slay Scout? Like the Brotherhood Slayer is kind of throwing me off a little bit. So is the Awakened Dreamer. Like I feel like you don't see Awakened Dreamer and Debilitate in the same deck very often. This has got to be Slay. This has got to be Slay Scout. It's got to be Slay Scout. Okay, so we're gonna Giant Snake this lane. So we're gonna go Relentless Raider. So we get that extra damage in. It's gonna be 9 damage this turn.
I have no fear of you, cowardly schemer.
Enjoy the next life, fool.
Dude, Giant Snake is a freaking game winner, dude. Like, holy crap, is Giant Snake amazing. I love this card. Oh. Like, any aggro deck that is running green needs to have a Giant Snake in it. Just, you should always put one Giant Snake in every green aggro deck. I don't even think there's an exception. I honestly don't even think there's an exception. That's how strong this card is. So strong. Like, even if we don't win, like, I don't know what this guy has that could pull this game out. Like, another Debilitate, probably. Like, another Debilitate hurts, but, like, dude, it's so good. Ahoy there, GG Haas or Gahaz. I'm not sure how you want to pronounce it, but thank you so much for the follow and welcome aboard. That is a Nahagleave. Okay. So we're going to go... GG Haas was good? Okay, cool. Good to know. Is there a way I can skip a rune? That's what I gotta figure out. I gotta make sure, I gotta see if I can skip a rune. I don't think I can, though. So just go trade. We go Captain.
A dark omen for you.
Face me, milk drinker.
And Cliff Racer is gonna snag it. Enraged Dragon Knight would have snagged it too. Good game. That's another win. Yeah, I like this list.